Hello and welcome to the Daily Ramble here on Claret and Booze on this Christmas week. My name's Gary and welcome to the show. We've got a few things to talk about today. Firstly, Scamacca, what's happening with him. Cornet has declared himself injured again, so we'll dig into that. Ruud Gullit, remember him? He's had a lot to say about West Ham and Declan Rice and why it's all West Ham's fault that England failed at the World Cup. So we're going to dig into that. There are a few transfer links that we're going to go through at the end anyway. So before we start, please give this video a watch, and if you like it, please subscribe to our channel Claret and Booze, hit the bell notification icon, and give us a like. Thank you very much. It all helps. So, as you know, at Fulham at the weekend in the friendly, Issa Diop smashed into Gianluca Scamacca. His ankle turned over, and we were hoping it was not going to be such a serious injury to start with, but it looks like it is. It looks like it's a bad one. Reports coming out of the club last night was that it's still very, very swollen, too swollen to actually X-ray, which is not a great thing. They've got to wait for the swelling to go down before they can X-ray it, before they can find out the damage. But there's a strong feeling around the club now that it's ankle ligament damage. And as we know, ankle ligament damage can put a player out for the season, right? That's what happened to, half a season anyway, because that's what happened to Aguerd. Aguerd, injured for the whole half a season, came back just before the World Cup break. Injured again now, but, that's another subject altogether. But this is really bad news. It's really bad news because it leaves us with one striker, and that is Michail Antonio, who felt his thigh in training before the Fulham game as well. So we feasibly could be down to no strikers very, very soon. This is not a good look for us. We need strikers, and more importantly, we needed Scamacca to start really proving himself and start banging him some goals. I don't know if that was going to happen. You could look at this as maybe a blessing in disguise, because hopefully it's not too bad and it will give Scamacca a time away from the pitch to regain his fitness and to come back all refreshed, because he certainly looks just a little bit depressed at the moment, doesn't he? So look, let's just hope that Antonio don't get injured, because we will be in trouble then. I'm going to touch on a couple of, one anyway, striker link that we have at the moment, which is a surprising one. I'll mention that at the end of the show. So next anyway, talking of injuries, Maxwell Cornet has declared himself injured for the next couple of games as well. I mean, so surprised by this news, because he's so reliable. This guy has been out of action for months with what seems like little niggly injuries. Yeah, we've done it to death. He did this for Burnley. He's doing the same to us. I hope the net result is not the same as what happened at Burnley, because he helped them get relegated very nicely by hardly ever being available. That's Sean Dyche's opinion anyway. And who am I to query Sean Dyche? So, this is a monumental waste of money that we've got here in Maxwell Cornet. He is, I've never seen a player like it. Well, in fact, I have. That's a lie. I've very rarely seen a player for West Ham like this, who prefers the treatment room and taking it easy to playing football. I mean, when ever? Do you honestly think that there's a single player in the Premier League, well, not many anyway, maybe young ones, do you think there's many players in the Premier League who, partway through a season, have not got niggles, aches and pains? Of course they have. But niggles, aches and pains, Cornet can't tolerate that. He's got to be 100% fit before he makes himself available for selection. Frankly, pathetic. So talking of pathetic, move on to Ruud Gullit. So Ruud Gullit has had a lot to say. He's had a lot to say about England's failure in the World Cup. I mean, there's an article here that I'm just going to, the headline reads, Declan Rice playing for West Ham United is a problem for England. And it goes on to say, England have been prematurely eliminated at this tournament despite a wonderful performance against France. They played really well, but they couldn't survive. With the Premier League, England has the most beautiful and biggest league in the world, but the 5 biggest clubs do not have English internationals playing them in the most crucial positions, and that's killing the national team. There should be England players there, and they get used to winning big trophies all the time. And in his words, you win more with bigger clubs. I mean, no shit, Sherlock. Of course you do. But we did try that. We tried that little experiment, didn't we? Over many, many years with England, trying to prize Gerrard and Lampard into the same midfield. That didn't work. So I think he's a little bit wide of the mark here. Do you honestly think that, you know, Declan Rice would be a better player at the moment had, you know, is at an early stage in his career and he's developed bloody well at West Ham? Do you think he would be further forward and had so many first-team chances had he played for someone like Man City? He'd probably be in the same situation as Foden or Grealish, being used sparingly from the bench, right? So he gets more first-team football. So I wholeheartedly disagree with what he's got to say here. He goes on to say it's not just the Declan Rice who needs to play for a bigger club. He said there are other people like Pickford, Maguire, Stones, Rice. He even puts Kane into this. So he sort of says Kane is not used to winning things, so he needs to go to a big club as well. Stones and Maguire, they're not getting a lot of game time at their clubs, so therefore they should go somewhere else where they're getting game time. But the thing is, Maguire ain't going to go anywhere to a bigger club than Man U. He'll go to a smaller club than Man U and get game time, and that would rule him out of the England squad, right, Ruud? Oh, it's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it? So, anyway, I disagree. I disagree with him. So, message to you, Rudy. Shut up. Talking of message to you, Rudy, very sad news of the passing of Terry Hall, the lead singer of the Specials. You know, the Specials are a band that they seem to be sort of synonymous with West Ham. They've always been around, you know, me growing up and everything else. Like, there seems to be a sort of Specials theme playing in the background. I love the Specials, absolutely love the Specials, and it's a really sad story. So rest in peace, Terry. Moving on to the final story. So David Moyes has got some stuff to do, as we know. He's got to get some results to save his job. I don't think he's going to get anything at Arsenal. I don't think he's going to get anything at Brentford, so it could be quite a short-lived, how can I say, he is going to make or break his West Ham career in the next few games. So we're talking about signings, but is he going to be around to benefit from those signings? So is he going to have enough time to still be around to make signings? Anyway, look, it's by the by. Let's assume he does. Let's assume we go and get a point at Arsenal, or we get beat by Arsenal and then we beat Brentford and then everything's, you know, good. Not that it will be, but everything's good. So based on that, he gets to have another foray into the transfer window. And there's no money to spend, as we've discussed already. Absolutely no money to spend. But we're being linked to players left, right and centre. We're being linked to En-Nesyri, for instance, from Seville. And he's just had a cracking World Cup. You could have got him for a bargain before the World Cup, about 12 million. Now his price is 40 million again, believe it or not. So we ain't going to get En-Nesyri. And now we're being linked to none other than Arnie. The return of Arnie for 9.5 million. Now, I don't know what Arnie's doing at the moment and how well he's playing, but I did hear someone went to see him. I can't even remember which country he's playing in, but someone actually saw him live at a game a few months ago. I think it was John, actually, saw him at a game live a few months ago, and he said he still looks pretty good. So 9.5 million, that's a snipping these days, but again, we ain't got any money, so where are we going to get that 9.5 million from? And I'm pretty sure David Moyes would welcome him back at West Ham. Maybe Arnie would like one final hurrah in the Premier League. You know, perhaps he's settled down a little bit and ain't going to be looking for a move every 10 minutes this time. So yeah, I'd you know, given the Scamacca situation that we spoke about at the top of the show, I'd loosely be happy with that. I'd like to have him as an option anyway. Put it like that. So anyway, look, that's me done. If you have enjoyed the show, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel, Claret and Booze, on YouTube, and hit the bell notification icon to hear about any future shows. Until next time, Nick's back tomorrow. I'm back Thursday. Speak to you soon. It's nearly Christmas. Come on, you irons.